Anna Slavikova and Marketa Shvetsova yesterday.
And both of these girls went 2 for 3 versus South Carolina, so they're going to be huge parts of this offense for Czechia.
They will start in the field, and the first pitch is actually called an illegal pitch. And that will be ball one, and Czechia wants to ask a question of exactly what happened here. It is Lucy Halamkova in the circle. They said her foot landed outside of the pitching lane.
And she's one of their tallest pitchers. She's got more of a north and south type to her. She's been working that rise in the drop. She also has an off-speed rise, which I think is really interesting. She'll utilize that alongside a changeup to just mix in a bunch of pitches, which forces her to be a contact pitcher. A lot of people swing, they just don't get great contact off of it.
Halamkova, a Carlin Pickens fan, speaks 4 languages. 1-0 pitch is fouled back, strike one to Casey Kimura, the shortstop for Hawaii, 1 for 5 with a pair of walks in the first first 2 games for Hawaii, who represents the West region. Off speed is just foul. It was a nice stop over there in foul territory by Anna Friedlova, the third baseman. And it makes sense. Her favorite player is Sis Bates, so showing off the glove already, even though that was a foul ball. One-two to Kimura.
Really good take there in that count. That's that rise ball going up and away. The pitch before was that off-speed rise. You can see the speed difference, but both of them have similar movement profiles.
Kimura just catching up to that. Casey Kimura, one of the stars on this Hawaii team. Really solid on the left side of the infield. Hawaii much better in game 2 against Canada. Had a great late charge, scored 3 runs in the 7th inning and had the tying run at the plate. But still fell 8-6 to Canada.
And this Hawaii team is a really young team. And when talking to their coaches, they said it's almost an advantage because they just don't know when to quit. They're a team that's going to fight. They're very gritty, and we've seen that the last few games.
Only 2 players will age out from this team, so it would seem somewhat likely that this is a team that would make a run and be back here in a year and be even better. They have become a regular at the Senior League Softball World Series, Honolulu Little League's 4th consecutive year representing Hawaii and the West region at this event. Last year's team, though, like you were talking about, much older. Kimura called for strike 3, and she is thrown out. It's strikeout number 1 for Lucy Halamkova.
And a bit of a confusing swing there. You can tell Kimura was just caught off guard by the speed of this pitch from Halamkova. Seems like they're going to call another illegal pitch, though, and this might be a ball on the batter.
So Czechia just wants an explanation and want to understand this so she can make adjustments in the circle.
She does have a bit of a hop to her stride, so I'm wondering if she's getting outside the pitcher's circle.
Is hit hard into left field. Kimura makes it count with a base hit to lead off the game.
Now here's third baseman number 10, Paisley Aoki.
And so we're going to take a look at the stride here for Halimkova. You see how close she's getting to the front of that line. You can even see where the chalk has been messed up a little bit, where she's stepping over that line. And so that's where those illegal pitches are coming from.
First pitch fouled off by Paisley Aoki, the third baseman, who has 3 hits in 2 games, leads the team. A pair of RBIs and a pair of runs scored as well. Really talented all-around player over at third base, and this is her 2nd year in this event, so she is one of the returners. They do have a few of them. 4 players who were on this team last year. Kimura is caught out and off the base and thrown out at first.
Really good job by Johanna Slavikova behind the dish, recognizing this is going to be a bunt that Aoki is going to miss, and then the base runner Kimura not sure if she's going to get the bunt down or not, and just gets caught too far away from first base. Good heads-up play by the catcher behind the plate.
1 out for Aoki now. Takes ball 2 outside.
And a good rule of thumb as a base runner is see the ball down first if they're bunting. Make sure that ball is put down before you commit to going to second base. That way you can avoid the pickoff situation.
3-1 the count now. Hawaii lost their opener 11-1 to Michigan in 5 innings. That's the defending champs. They just had 2 hits in that game. Much better offensively in game 2. Had 9 hits, walked 3 times, and only struck out 3 times. And Paisley Sue Aoki is on with a walk.
Paisley Sue Aoki just continues to see the ball well. You can tell she's hitting 429, excuse me, this week. And once again, she's up there hunting a specific pitch.
This is the Hawaii batting order. Jalen Pang in the 8th spot is swinging it as good as anybody. And we were talking pregame. It's just cruel that she is 1 for 6 because I think at least 4 of those 5 outs have been smoked.
Just seems like sometimes that's the sport of softball. You can hit it perfectly and still get out, or you can barely hit it and get a hit. Takes a little bit of luck.
Addie Wong at the plate. She is 2 for 6, has driven 1 in, has scored once, and has walked on the week. Lifts this foul down the left field line. This is a big game for Hawaii. If you want to make sure you aren't going home in a couple days, they're going to have to win at least one of the next 2 games, tonight or tomorrow. Obviously, with Czechia having lost last night, this would be a chance to get ahead of them. As you look at their manager, Chad Pyler, he's been doing this a long time. He's been here a lot, and he actually came up to the booth pregame and brought us a little Hawaiian care package. And we got the chance to talk to him a little bit about just all the relationships that he's built and close with some of the other managers and some of the volunteers here.
He says there's some of the managers for other teams that he texts almost weekly throughout the year just to keep up with softball and keep up with the trends, and he just loves the community atmosphere that Little League provides.
Wong into shallow center field. It is caught. A teacher back in the Czech Republic has led her team to the Senior League Softball World Series. It's Czechia's 3rd time here in the last 4 years. They were here in 2023, 2025, and again this year. This is the lineup that she sends to the plate. They had 6 hits and walked once last night. The one thing they didn't do is strike out. Only 2 strikeouts in that loss.
And that's really impressive, but I want to highlight the 4- and 5-hole hitters, Johanna Slavikova and Marketa Shvetsova. they between them went 2 for 3 each versus South Carolina. So a lot of production in the heart of their order, which is something that you really like to see if you're a manager for this team.
Jalen Pang gets the start. We have seen her in relief twice. She's been really impressive. 5 innings in her 2 appearances. She has allowed 7 hits, but only 3 earned runs, and she struck out 4.
And she really mostly works fastball, changeup, 2-seam fastball. She's got a little bit of movement, but it's her location. I think she does a great job of locating pitches, putting the ball exactly where she wants it.
Chad Pyler calls her a gamer in the circle, and we have seen that these last couple days. First pitch, strike on the inside corner. Andula Yarotkova is the hitter, the second baseman for the Czech Republic. 0 for 3 with an RBI last night. Great story. She is a voice actor and a singer. She actually sang the Czech national anthem a few times at their field this year. Puts this in the air to shallow center, and the sun is a problem for Addie Wong. That'll drop for a leadoff single for Yarotkova.
And you can just tell between Kimura and Wong trying to get to this ball out in the outfield, not only the communication piece, but the sun is just so bright out there. It is blinding today. It is right above the front of the field, right behind home plate. And so if you're an outfielder coming in and you can't see it, part of your job is to communicate that and hope that somebody else may have a better angle.
Anything weird with this shadow in front of home plate? If you're the catcher, if you're the pitcher, batter, advantage who?
It's tough either way. I think as a catcher, it was really difficult, especially trying to track spin and where the ball is meant to locate. You kind of lose it halfway through. You could say the same thing as a hitter as well. It just kind of changes your eye level for a second.
Anna Friedlova, the third baseman, had a hit last night, scored one of their 3 runs. They actually led 2-1 going to the bottom of the 6th. South Carolina plated 3 and ended up winning that game 4-3. 1-2 count to Friedlova. Swings through that. Out number 1 and strikeout number 1 for Jalen Pang.
Once again, Pang just mostly working with her fastball. It's got a little bit of down spin to it as well, but it's that location and that count just pushing it low and away. Even that right there, again, that location is almost perfect for that pitch early in the count. High enough to be a strike, but away enough to a batter. That's not what you want to hit early.
Runner goes, got a great jump and is in safely.
Yarotkova with such a great jump that it caught Retuta behind the dish off guard.
Line shot under the glove of Kimura and into left field. Czechia trying to get on the board early, and they will. And now Yadelska up to third. It's a fantastic slide, and she's in safely.
Really great job by Bara Yadelska. Not only the hitting piece, but also the base running piece as well. She's going to get a pitch on the outer half. She drives it underneath the glove of Kimura, recognizes the throw is going to go all the way to home plate, bounces away from Retuta. Then a really athletic slide coming into third base. And now once again, she's put herself in a great position for her team.
An RBI for Yadelska, who now stands at third base with just 1 away for Johanna Slavikova. 1-1 count to the catcher who had 2 hits last night. Her favorite athlete is Simone Biles.
She also rides horses and does gymnastics. so that makes sense why Simone Biles would be at the top of her list.
2-2 count. 15 years old. This is the Czech Republic District 1 Little League team out of Prague, Czechia. Out to left field. Nice grab on the run and in the sun by the left fielder Irish Crowley. 2 outs.
Good bounce back by Jalen Pang, going right at the next batter. Took a little bit off that last pitch, put it down in the zone, and Slavikova just struggling to get on plane with that ball.
Marketa Shvetsova, the first baseman at the plate. Favorite athlete is Yuri Kulik, a Czech hockey player who plays for the Buffalo Sabres. Her favorite softball player, though, Ella Parker for Oklahoma.
Great pick.
Reaches out and tags this up the middle. Czechia is going to lead by 2.
And this pitch wasn't even close to the strike zone. But Shvetsova, she went up there with a plan, and that plan was to score a run for her team. This ball is way outside. You can see her reaching with those arms, but she stays on it with that extension, and that's what allows her to poke this ball in for an RBI single.
Three singles in the first inning for Czechia, and they lead 2-0. Eliška Kotizava. Swings over the top of that 1-2 count. I asked you a soccer question yesterday. We're aware of who Lionel Messi is, right?
I am aware of who Messi is.
I mean, this is her first plate appearance of the week, and she smokes that into left field on the ground. The inning continues.
The Czechia lineup is just doing a really good job of barreling up balls that aren't even necessarily strikes. Kotizava just getting this ball up in the zone, just staying tall, staying high with her hands, drives it past Aoki at third, who has all week been tremendous at third base. So to get a ball past her, you have to hit it hard.
Ball 1 to Emma Fribova. Is up and in, and she jumps ahead 2-0, 0 for 3, but had an RBI yesterday. Her favorite athlete is Julio Rodriguez, says she's a Seattle Mariners fan. Her sister is on the U22 Czech Republic national team. Actually, a few of them on this team with older sisters on that roster. 3-0 coming from Jalen Pang. Strike 1. And then the majority of this team, what we were told by their coaching staff, is they are in the Czech U18 national team program. That's a team that has not been selected yet, but a lot of the roster is in the pool. This is going to get all the way to the fence. 2 more runs are going to score. Fribova into third base, and it's 4-0.
Really great piece of hitting by Fribova. just doing her job, and they're doing this with 2 outs too, which is really impressive. Once again, this is up in the zone. She keeps her shoulders level, her hands high, loses her arm guard if you saw that on her way to first base. But then Crowley tries to get to this ball with a backhand. A good way to keep it in front. Stay in front with your whole chest, your body. That way you can keep that ball from getting all the way to the fence.
Klara Dostaova steps in, the 8-hole. First plate appearance of the week for her. Takes the first pitch outside. Favorite athlete is Lourdes Gloria Manuel, who is a Czech sprinter. Oh, nice play over at third by Aoki to end the inning. Hawaii, unfortunately, in a familiar situation here, and they've got work to do after one. They trailed Czechia by 4.
You're about to get in the bottom of the